ਸੋ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਫਿਰ ਆਪ ਸਭ ਦਾ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮੁਲਾਕਾਤ ਕਰਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਸਿਡ ਟੈਨ ਨਾਲ। ਇਹ ਫਾਊਂਡਰ ਅਤੇ ਸਾਬਕਾ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟ ਹਨ ਹੈਡਟੈਕਸ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ ਆਫ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ। ਇਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਚਾਈਨੀਜ਼ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਹੈਡ ਟੈਕਸ ਜੋ ਲਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ 1900 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਉਸ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਮਾਫੀ ਮੰਗੇ। ਪਰ ਸਿਡ ਟੈਨ ਅਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਸਮਝਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਿਰਫ ਮਾਫੀ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣਨੀ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਫਾਈਨੈਂਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਇੰਪਲੀਕੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਨੇ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਉਂ ਸਾਈਡਲਾਈਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਔਰ ਇਸੇ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸਿਡ ਟੈਨ ਨਾਲ। ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਦ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ।
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. So, as a former founder and president of this society, what do you feel? What's going on in the Chinese community? There's a lot of talk going on about the government talking about an apology. What else is the Chinese community asking for, and especially the people who suffered in this?
I think it's really important for British Columbians to understand that approximately $9 million in head tax money has unjustly enriched the BC Treasury. And I think it's fair to say that money should be meaningfully and symbolically returned. The government, the BC government, has said there will be no financial considerations.
Right.
But the reason why the government is doing this apology is completely about financial considerations. It's about International Trade Minister Teresa Watt going to China, building trade relations.
Right.
It's totally about financial considerations, and they are using this apology without financial considerations to move ahead their agenda of financial trade and commerce with the People's Republic of China and curry favor and say, hey, look, in British Columbia, we apologized. We're sorry. We're sorry. The most important thing that I find in this apology is who's the apology to?
Right.
Is it to those people that were affected? Because they talk about historical injustice. Well, we have a lot of people that were affected that are still alive. Are they historical? No, they're not. They need to be healed.
Right.
And probably, Harpreet, what I think is really important, an apology, to my understanding, means you acknowledge wrongdoing and the injustice.
Right.
The apology should be healing to the person receiving it. And probably most important along the financial considerations line, there should be some measure, an ample measure of restorative justice. Where is the restorative justice in a no financial considerations apology?
So that's a very important point what you have raised, but if we see from the government's perspective, whom to talk to if they have initiated a talk, because so many organizations have sprung in the community, like it happened in the Punjabi community, also Indian community, with the Kamagata Maru thing. Some people started this issue, but when the financial thing came forward, lots of small organizations also came forward and started demanding that if you are giving something, we should also be a part of it. So whom to talk to? Like one of the president of your society was in one of my programs, and she had said that you are being sidelined. The sufferers, the descendants, children or their relatives are not being talked to by the government. Is it true, and what do you demand, and how to initiate this?
Absolutely true. But what it is that many pioneer families, there are many, many pioneer families, and a lot of them are probably descendants.
Right.
Some of those families are saying an apology is good enough. Some of them are just saying we don't even need apology. This is what happened when Prime Minister Stephen Harper did the larger one. I would submit that within our community, like any other community, the Punjabi community, there are what I call Uncle Toms, or in the First Nations community, Uncle Tomahawks.
Right.
In our community, they're called Uncle Tongs.
Right.
They're just people that want to curry favor with the power structure. They're the ones that want to curry favor with the establishment. And this is what we're dealing with in our community. But Head Tax Family Society of Canada is made up entirely of people that are descendants of head taxpayers and that suffered exclusion. Their families suffered it. We have a small group of supporters that help us with things, but our group was founded by those that were directly affected by head tax and exclusion. And the government has basically put us on the side. They have made us the same as any other group, which is a cultural group which landed, which started in 1980 or 1970. A lot of the people that will be speaking to this issue have no knowledge of it. If you ask in the Chinese Canadian community, I would say that probably a half or even more don't even know about this issue. I'm talking about the immigrants that came over from Hong Kong, the recent investor class immigrants, and they're just say an apology. Oh yeah, we're good with it. We're good with it, and they don't know that there's been a 30-year campaign on,
Right.
and that we got the first part of it with the federal government when they did the unilateral settlement.
Right.
In that settlement, do you know that there were 82,000 head tax families, and in that settlement included less than 800, less than 800 families, less than 1%
Right.
of head tax families
Right.
received a settlement.
So your society is demanding that $9 million which were collected at that time should come to you. So what do you plan to do with it if the government gives it to you? Do you just distribute it amongst the family persons, or you plan to raise some memorial, or what do you plan for that?
I think the plan for that would be a very simple one. We will get together those representatives of head tax families
Right.
that want to do the legacy projects that will tell our stories. But my argument is that basically what could be a better legacy than a just and honorable redress? What could be a better legacy than that? And the government is not talking about justice and honor. My feeling is still they're working on that ethos of quick wins. You know, let's curry favor with our trade partners by saying we're not racist anymore and we apologized.
Right. Thank you very much for this information. Thank you. ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਸਿਡ 10 ਨੇ ਜੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਬਕਾ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟ ਹਨ ਇਸ ਸੰਸਥਾ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿ ਡਿਮਾਂਡ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਤੋਂ ਕਿ $9 ਮਿਲੀਅਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਡ ਟੈਕਸ ਚਾਈਨੀਜ਼ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਤੇ ਜੋ ਲਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਵਾਪਸ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਵੇ ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਗੇਮਾਂ ਖੇਡ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਸਿਰਫ ਮੂੰਹ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੀ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਾਫੀ ਮੰਗ ਲਾਂਗੇ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਇਸ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਔਰ ਰੈਸਟੋਰੇਟਿਵ ਜਸਟਿਸ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਹੈ ਸੋ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਇਹੀ ਮੰਗ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮੁੱਖ ਤੌਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਤੀ ਸੁਹਿਰਦਤਾ ਲਿਆਂਦੀ ਜਾਵੇ ਤੇ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟ ਡਿਸੈਂਡੈਂਟਸ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰੇ ਨਾ ਕਿ ਕਰੀ ਫੇਵਰ ਦਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਲਫ਼ਜ਼ ਇਸਤੇਮਾਲ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਸਿਰਫ ਚਾਈਨਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਇਹ ਕਹਿ ਕੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਾਫੀ ਮੰਗ ਲਾਂਗੇ ਇਸ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣੇਗੀ ਇਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਪਿਛਲੇ 30 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਜਦੋਜਹਿਦ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਵੀ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਰਹੇਗੀ